Hi, FlossTube.
I'm Nancy.
And I'm Laura.
And we are
the Addicted Sisters. Okay, this is a picture of our granny, our mom's mom, and our brother Chuck. So this is Mary Ann. And this picture was from 1948. And the other picture we have is of our Grandma Poland, our dad's mom. We think that he looked just like her.
Yes.
And this one is from 1951, and her name was Chloe Lily Moots Poland Brown Parcher Williams.
Did you get all that?
That's quite a thing for that time.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Okay, so Chloe Lily Moots was her maiden name,
Yes.
and then Poland, she married our dad's dad.
Uh-huh.
And then he decided to move to California.
Yes.
And so they separated.
Yes.
Which, that was kind of unheard of in that time.
Yes.
Yeah, because Dad was born in 1918. So, that's kind of crazy. I'm going to tap us. I feel like I'm going to tap your dark one. There we go. That's a little better.
That's better.
The light has shifted. We had already filmed for about an hour and a half or more.
Yeah.
And it said invalid video. So, obviously, we have to make these a little shorter.
So, there's our cutoff.
Yeah. But anyway, so she married several times after that, and it was just amazing. And we have lots of stories about her and not very many pictures, but
right.
That's kind of a sweet picture of her.
It really is, and that's exactly how I remember her.
So, anyway, we wanted to welcome you to FlossTube number 33 on September 29th. Thank you for letting us know that we said August. Let me tell you, I went back and looked, and I guess because we skipped that first week in September when it was Labor Day weekend, I continued writing August. I have looked back, and I had August 8th written and August 15th written.
Too funny.
And of course, they were both September.
And we never even noticed.
Nope. And
thank you for being here, for joining us, for spending time with us, being part of our family.
Every week.
Yes.
We know you have lots of choices for FlossTube, especially now. And we appreciate that you all come and spend some time with us.
Yes, we do.
Hopefully you have the stitching out and you're just having a good time while we yak.
Because we're good at that.
We have kind of reevaluated what we have, and we figured out a way to speed up a little this time, too. So.
Maybe not an awful lot, but at least a few minutes so we don't get cut off again.
Yeah. So we are up to our comments and questions.
Okay.
And first off, we wanted to talk about our friend Julie Dean, because the last time that we filmed, I just showed you her Instagram, and I'm like halfway through, and I thought, I maybe should have asked her if I could do this first. And if you don't follow Julie on Instagram, you should. Her name is Miss Jupes, Jupes. And she is the one that we showed who does lots of over one stitching.
Beautiful work.
Yes, fabulous. And she told us that we spoke to her at Galleria.
Yeah.
So she said, oh, it's fine. You can tell anybody to follow me that wants to follow me. I would love that. So follow her. You will not regret it. But in writing, she sent back to us that she has 25 current projects, and 9 of them are over one, so she really likes it.
Wow.
And 4 of those are Rosewood Manor.
So, Rosewoods.
So she said she thought it was funny that I said that I thought that over one took me longer because she thinks it's faster because you only have to thread one strand of floss. So I love that. We all have different perspectives.
Yes.
And it was fabulous. So the next person who responded back was Allison Stitches. And she talked about wonder clips. I told you that, when we're stitching in hand, we can roll this up, and that a stitcher had shared with us that you could use those little clips that look like clothespins. They're used for sewing and for quilting. To hold fabrics together.
Yeah, I think you find them in the quilting area, don't you?
Yes.
Mainly.
Well, you find them, with the sewing things. But Alice said that, hey, they're called Wonder Clips. You can find them at the big box stores. I looked on Amazon and found 100 in an assortment of colors. Mine are all red, which, red is an okay color, but my favorite color is purple. So, and I could have a box that has all sorts of colors. I wore her color
today, too.
Yeah. You should see this ring. It was totally distracting me when we were filming before. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? But the Wonder Clips you can get on Amazon.
I found it on the back of a magazine one time, and I made the girl go upstairs. It was her magazine. I made her go upstairs and scan it down to me so I could buy it.
That's so funny. But the Wonder Clips, I found a box of 100 for $7.99.
Wow, that's a great price.
Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, that's cheap.
I think that in one of the places around that has crafts, fabric and crafts, that they are about $15 or $20, and you can use a coupon and get them, but this was a regular price on there.
Wow, that's great.
Belinda Z sent us a question, wanted to know about storing fabrics. Is it okay to leave them in the plastic bags? Well, for a short time, yes, that's fine. I mean, until you get settled.
Right.
But no.
No.
What you're worried about, and a lot of mine are in plastic bags, so don't freak out. Over time, they would mold or mildew.
Yeah.
And so your best bet is to put them, I read a little quick article, is to put them in an airtight plastic container, but to line that container first with, it said to use old but clean sheets. And I love that.
Don't use your dirty sheets.
Yeah, no dirty sheets. I love that because I had been to the thrift store and bought pillowcases.
Yeah.
And I took them home and washed the heck out of them. And then I had stored all of my Christmas things in them when I used to have to store them away.
Gotcha.
Mine now, all of my pieces are on the wall in Brendan's room. But I'm old linens, and go to the thrift store. That's a fabulous thing.
Yes. Don't spend a bunch of money on new linens or whatever. Just
go home and wash them.
Yeah.
Wash the heck out of them.
I'm sorry, my nose is itching.
We didn't have that problem first time. So
someone's coming with a hole in the britches.
There you go. But yeah, you should not store them that way. And anyway, we all do what we have to do.
Yeah.
If you stitch fast enough, you don't have to worry about it. That doesn't work for me.
No, it doesn't. Obviously, doesn't work for me either.
Sandra Stitches said she loves our floss tube number 32 thumbnail. She said, you both look so happy. It was so funny because I think we both were laughing in that one.
We've had a couple over the last few weeks that are like that. It's caught us at a good moment.
Which I have found out that I can change the thumbnail, but they only give us a couple of options.
Oh, nice.
And I did change one that was kind of, So don't make that our thumbnail.
No.
So anyway, you will see people who film floss tubes saying, "Oh, I hope this is our thumbnail," and it's because we don't get to choose. We don't get much choice.
No.
So they give us a couple options, and that's it. I think you can do a custom one, but can you imagine going through and finding the exact one that you wanted? We had a really sweet one. Wrong one. Emma Swartz said that she will stitch on Nancy's 20 count fabric if Nancy chooses the pattern.
That is so sweet, Emma. Thank you.
And the only thing I want to know is that going to be, Emma, are you going to stitch over 1 or over 2?
Yeah, because that'll determine my pattern.
Yep.
What I would... And really? Are you going to do it? That would be
really cool. Okay, Nancy. What? So the next one is you, all you, and I'm going to take a little drink break.
It's all me.
Edwina Bang.
She asked if we would pull out a few pieces of fabric each week and talk about them. So I thought that was a great idea. So did Laura. And we thought, well, we'll start with the ones that are down here where you can see my hand moving, right? Down here that you never ever get to see. Thought that would be so much fun. So let's get started. First one we have these are all from Silk Weaver. This is a Cashel 28 count solo So, here's my fabric.
Isn't that pretty?
Love this. Love this fabric. And I'll show you you want to tell the story about the label?
Yeah, so we got to talk to the two gentlemen in Silk Weaver, and it was lovely. And we asked them about the label, and they said this middle number, am I pointing at it?
Yes.
Right here where it says 000, that's the color number. If it's a solo, it's always 000. So, but they did say you could take a picture of the fabric, or you could give them the timestamp in the video, and they would look at it and see if it was a color they could reproduce. So, and I think we decided Nancy's 3 of hers today are solos, so you're not going to have any luck. Yeah. But you could take a picture of it or tell them what the timestamp is and be okay.
Right. This is my next piece. It is, does it say the type of this? This is a Lugana. This first one was a Cashel.
This color just looks like velvety soft to me.
Isn't that pretty?
Love that. So pretty.
It really is pretty. And then here's the label for you.
And again, you know,
it's a solo.
They won't be able to do the color, but you can take a picture and send it to them.
And we were talking to Kevin and the other gentleman, I can't think of his name, but Kevin said multiple times, he is a wizard. He can do this. He can get those colors almost exactly the same again.
I want to say Tim, and I don't think that's right.
Okay, and then here's the next one. I really like this. With the brown and the purple, the cream. Isn't that gorgeous? That'll make
so cool.
Beautiful Halloween piece or something dark and spooky. And it's a Cashel 28. So, and that's... See, I just thought of something I wanted to tell you there. See where I have 14 by 18? I would actually measure these when I got them and when I hang them on my wall, so that then I don't have to worry about, you know, pulling out a bunch of them. I'd know if they were the right size for my piece or not. So, just a little tip. And I didn't do that on this one.
Of course not, because you said something about it, right?
So this one is a solid. It's a Cashel linen. 28 count, and this one is mulberry. Look how sheer that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I like working on mulberry. I like the color. I think it's very, almost a neutral. And then there is the label on it if you'd like the mulberry. Pretty? So that's our 4 colors for this week.
Woohoo! I was trying to look really quickly at Silk Weaver and see if I could come up with both of their names, and I'm just not
finding it.
No, I'm not finding it here. So the contact us just says the shop name, and I just don't see anything through here. Mm-mm. And I know that there are some of you sitting at home screaming at the television right now. My husband laughs at me when I'm screaming at the television. So it's pretty funny. But I just don't see anything right through there. I tried, guys. I tried.
Sorry. I wish I knew your name. I just don't.
And we do, and we just are not coming up with it.
Yeah, I've just talked with Kevin so much online when I bought all of this fabric. Yeah. So that's why I remember his name so well.
And that was it for our questions and comments. But there were a lot of you, that was it that we're featuring this week.
Yes.
There were a lot of you that wished us a good time at Galleria. Are you distracted by all the light coming in now?
Yes, yeah.
Later in the day now.
Yeah, it shifted.
We started mid-morning and now it's early afternoon. And so
you're getting
I have a halo. Oh, but look, it's a perfect time to show you this, which I did the first time.
Yeah.
Look, I got home and my daughter did this.
Purple.
Isn't that fun? It matches Nancy's shirt almost. Yeah. So that was my fun. And the kids at school this week have been, Miss Landis, you dyed your hair. And I tell them it's all my evilness coming out.
It is Halloween, you know. Getting there.
Here you go. I'll even get up close. How about that? There's my purple. This will be our thumbnail.
Yeah.
So fun times with the kids, and I enjoy that. And I didn't think about it, but kindergarten has a different color of the week every week.
Oh.
This week was
Purple?
Purple.
Oh my goodness.
So I pulled the top of my hair up because in the back you can really, really see all of the purple. And the kids all day were like, oh, Miss Landis, you did your hair purple for Purple Day. Yeah, it's been purple all week. So it's a little subtle under my blonde, but it's fun and it pops out. And I even heard the principal say, I wish I were brave enough to do that.
Ooh.
So it was fun.
Nice.
And with my blonde hair, my blonde and silver and white, it's a good way to distract from the white.
Uh-huh. I like it.
Thank you. Next up, we wanted to give you a tip on being a floss tuber. This is tip number 10. I always write that in, and I didn't write the number in here.
Well, and we talked about it, but then didn't get it written.
Yeah. So, tips on being a floss tuber. Network.
Network.
And what we mean by that is both in person and online. We have gotten to check out some really cool floss tubers because they have told us that they make them. Our friend Sarah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Sarah the Backward Stitcher.
Where are you, Sarah?
Yes, we haven't seen you for so long.
We miss you.
Yes.
But we love the networking, and by doing that, then people get drawn to other floss tubes.
Yeah. And you see things that you wouldn't see normally because not everybody stitches the same thing.
Mm-mm. And where did Nancy and I figure out what kind of format we wanted to do? Floss tube. And we've done some picking and choosing, and we would not use something real specific. Like Pam and Steph use the bell for finishes. Right. We would not do that. We have had good chuckles over, we love Teresa's songs. And I think I've even sung a little bit of one of her songs. We would not do that on a regular basis. That's hers. And we want our program to be ours. So we do things that are for us. But watch these other people. And when you get to go places like Galleria, make sure that you meet some people. We had a lot of people tell us that they make floss tube and that they watch floss tube. And we had people come up and say, so do you make floss tube? Because, maybe they had heard somebody else say it. And so we got to maybe increase our viewership too. Right. So it's network. It's a good way to do it. You know that we Stitchers love to meet each other.
Right. And nobody is going to push you away or whatever. They're all... Stitchers are so welcoming. There's just no way that they're not going to talk to you and be kind.
The funniest thing that I have found out about Stitchers is from FlossTube is that a lot of them are introverts.
Oh, yeah.
And I just, I watch these people and I think, you cannot be an introvert because you do such a good job. I'm really getting washed out now. White shirt, light hair. Woo!
Yes, you are.
So.
And I don't have, the lady didn't leave me blind, so I don't have anything I can pull down for her.
I'll get that big pink lid and just put it there. Yeah. But anyway, so this one's going to be a bright video.
Yeah.
But network. Next, we wanted to talk about Galleria.
Wonderful time.
We had such a good time. And we really enjoyed all the people that we got to meet. We got to meet other floss tubers.
Yes.
I took one picture the entire time.
And I took one video, and it was of the people sitting at our table.
And if you follow me on Instagram, I'm at PatternQueen3. You saw my picture because I got my picture taken with Corey, who is the silent stitcher, and that was just
really cool.
Really exciting for me. So, and the way that I met Corey is kind of fun. And Corey won't know this because it kind of happened without any knowledge of that going on. I was in this freebie room, and it's kind of a little L-shaped room. And I had gone around the other ladies who were in there and gone to the end, and they were done at the end, so they were back behind me. And we were carrying on a conversation, and I didn't feel any need to turn around to talk with them because we're all digging, looking. And I said something, and nobody answered. And I could hear somebody digging behind me, on the other counter. And I thought, okay, well, I guess we're done with this conversation. And I turned around, and it was Corey, and I thought, no wonder I didn't get an answer. But Corey turned around and spoke with me then and reads lips very, very well. So we had no problem communicating. And a little bit later we went over and I asked Nancy to take our picture, and I got one right away, and I was really excited and posted it. And so the next morning I said, Corey, I posted. And Corey said, yes, yes, yes. So it was really, really fun to get to meet Corey.
I don't know what you want.
So anyway, we had other people. One of the funniest stories from the whole weekend. We had these lovely ladies that came in the door.
I know what she's talking about now.
On Friday, and they were looking around, and we were actually in the stitching room, and we were at a table right inside the door.
Yeah.
And
so we got to see all the comings and goings. Yeah. That was great.
And you know what? I wonder if I just set my bag up here, if that'll work. Because I'm like
this is bothering her.
It is, because it's getting like brighter and brighter, and I'm not.
No, it's higher.
So I would have to, okay. So you want to
she's going for the pink lid. She thinks she's going to put it up on top. Woo!
So we'll see if this will mount a little bit and at least diffuse some of the light.
Set it up in the, flip it. There you go.
We'll see if that works. Hopefully my tush wasn't on there.
No, I don't believe it was.
You've already seen down my shirt, so you might as well see my tush. That's much better.
Yeah, for you. No, I feel real dark.
Okay, but anyway, these ladies walked in, and I could tell they were looking around, trying to figure out what was going on. And, of course, I'm the extrovert. So what did I do? I said, hey, ladies, if you need someplace to sit, there are some spaces here. We don't have any extra chairs.
Right, because we were at a round table for 8, I think it was.
And people had just pulled chairs wherever they needed them.
Yes, yes.
And so it was the two of us and the two Debbies. And I don't know if Kathy was there right then, but we had a chair for her.
Yeah.
So anyway, they said, oh, thank you, and found chairs and came and sat down. And
before they sat down, before Laura said anything, I was noticing they kept looking back at us. And they talk and they... But that was it. So
a few minutes later, another group of people came by and they said, oh, we love your floss tube. It's the Addicted Sisters. And we're like, oh, thank you, thank you. And Lee, who was one of the two ladies who came to sit with us, said, that's where I know you from. And it was perfect.
It was great. Loved it.
And we had Lee and Sue at our table. Sue doesn't watch FlossTube, or not much, because she watches other things.
Right.
So,
which is fine.
But let's tell you about Sue. Sue is back to stitching after a hiatus, and what was she working on?
Rosewood, man.
No.
Hades.
Yep,
Hades.
Heaven and Earth Designs.
Oh my God.
So she was sitting by our friend Debbie Williams, who also stitches.
Yeah, and so
massive
projects. You just talk with her.
But we enjoyed the ladies so much.
Gosh, yeah.
So hi, ladies.
Hey.
It was lovely to get to meet them. And Lee spells her name the same way that we spelled my daughter's middle name. So it's Lea.
So she was perfect partner for our table.
Yes, and we had just a lovely time visiting with her. And she does watch us and had some good tips and comments for us, and we appreciate that.
She did tell us too that, and I think this happens with a lot of people on FlossTube, a lot of people who watch FlossTube. We're your community because you don't have a local needlework shop.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the people you watch give you the ideas and the companionship and just make us part of the family.
She was so sweet. She said,
was so pretty.
"You ladies have saved me."
Ah.
And it was like, oh, that's so sweet. And, you know, Nancy and I love doing this.
Yeah.
I think Nancy likes it more than she thought she
Yeah.
ever would. So, and I've been performing since I was really, really little. So it's not a big deal for me to do this.
It's just an extension for you.
Mm-hmm. But I generally don't enjoy public speaking.
No, I definitely do not.
But performance, I'm okay with. And, I mean, we're on video, so this kind of qualifies.
Right.
Not like I'm putting anything on for you guys. What you see is what you get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh.
And if you want to know if that's the truth, you can ask the people who sat with us this weekend. Because they got all of it.
Talk about not editing.
Yeah.
Woo!
So on Saturday, we were leaving on Saturday. And Kathy had already left.
Mm-hmm.
And the Debbies were getting ready to leave. And these three ladies walked into the room and were kind of doing the same thing, looking around, trying to figure out. And I said, hey, ladies, if you need a place to sit, we would love to have you join us. And Debbie Williams was still there and said, oh, yeah, we're leaving. You can have our chairs. And I said, we have three. And so they sat down with us, and that was Connie and Melina and Vicky.
Mm-hmm. And Connie is Melina's mom, but she's also Vicky's sister.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun.
And Melina is trying to get Connie to make floss tube videos.
Yes.
Melina
Go
has not.
for it.
Yeah. Melina has not been stitching very long, and oh my gosh, she's another one of these new stitchers who jumps in and just stitches. So
I'm so amazed with you guys. So
yes.
amazed.
And I had to have Connie at our table. I'm looking back here. I had to have Connie at our table because her whole head is about this color. This beautiful lilac-y color. It was so pretty.
It was beautiful.
And it's the reason that when I got home and my daughter said, hey, Mom, you want me to dye your hair purple? I said, okay.
Sure.
And mine is way, way, way darker. But I told Connie that my fear is always that if I would do my whole head, I would be the one person who looks like a Muppet. Connie was beautiful.
It
It
was beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful hair.
So we had a lovely time visiting with them. I think you got to visit more with Vicky than I did.
Yeah, because she was sitting beside me, and she was just so fun. I mean, I can't even tell you now what we were talking about, but we had a good time and shared some information and stories back and forth. So,
and we had so many people who came and talked to us, and we loved meeting. But we also got this. I think those are the Addicted Sisters.
Yeah.
Did you see those ladies over there?
Yeah.
Or we got. Did you see them? And
or I love the one where we were getting on or off the elevator, and you're the.
We were delayed several times.
Laura.
No.
You kind of jumped.
No, I just was like, yeah, that was my reaction. Oh, hi. And it was really funny because so many people would look at one of us and look at the other one and go, oh, and you know, we got that.
Yeah,
we got that big gasp several times, but it was funny. We were delayed several times getting on or off the elevator because people would just recognize us, and that's fine. And, you know, we don't mind anyone that we talk to. We did not mind a delay. No. If it had been something big, we'd have told you that we needed to go.
Right.
In the politest way possible. But
we don't feel like we're celebrities, but
no.
Thank you for making us feel like we were celebrities.
Mm-hmm. We got to talk for a few minutes with Pam and stuff, and one of the cutest things that they said, I don't even remember which one said
Pam.
it, said, we're just regular people. We all put our pants on one pant leg at a time. And I thought that was cute. But Pam also said, oh, I know everyone's here to meet Stephanie. She's the star of the show.
Oh.
And of course, I feel like I said to Pam, well, you're our contemporary. So, you know, we enjoy Stephanie, but you're our contemporary.
Right. Right.
So
she did ask us, so how do you feel about people just knowing your name?
and knowing everything about you?
Yeah.
And we both agreed it's a little it's a little odd at first, and then you realize where you are.
Yeah.
And of course, these are
It's
the
okay,
people,
then.
you're the people that we make things for,
Yeah.
and it's fine. It's fine that you know us, and we get to learn more about you. And
Mm-hmm.
Nancy and I actually brainstormed on the way home, and we have a little thing we're going to use from now on when we go to events. Nancy's going, what the heck did we talk about? I'm going to tap you.
Thank you.
That's
I felt
better,
like
right?
I was getting darker and darker and darker.
So I covered that, and it helps that. And of course, now I think it's gone behind the clouds. But that's okay.
For a minute. It's
So-
supposed to rain this afternoon, though, maybe. So.
Yeah. But Galleria, we did not take any classes this time.
No.
We
didn't have time.
No. And we didn't get there until Thursday, and we did a little shopping on the way, and so yeah. Hey, you people, there's something there. And that was mean, wasn't it? Because not all you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we got there Thursday afternoon and met the Debbies in the lobby because they couldn't get up to the room. And we were just busy like the whole time.
Yeah.
And we did not do the Thursday evening preview of shops. We just shopped Friday and Saturday. Had a great
2-day
time.
pass. We didn't buy the membership.
They had run out by the time we remembered
Yes.
that we needed to get
Yes.
something. And you know what was lovely is that we pre-purchased our tickets, and we went ahead and picked up our tickets early, which was nice because on Friday when it was time to go, that line was long.
It was horrendous.
And we just got to go around it.
Yeah, was great.
So, and it was
So that's a tip.
yeah, it was the biggest tease because we were in the embassy suites. And we were on the 6th floor, and all of the shopping was on the 4th floor. And we could look over the rail and see all their banners all the way around.
And they filled the entire 4th floor. It was wonderful.
And, you know, at the embassy suites, so the suites go all the way around, and then there's an atrium in the middle that's open all the way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you could go and sit with your breakfast, your made-to-order omelet, or pancakes, or whatever you like. Yeah. But we would be looking up and looking around. It was fun to see all those. So that was a lovely time. And we'll have a little more about Galleria here in a couple minutes because we're going to show you all of our goodies. We wanted to tell you our almost 2K giveaway. We did shop for it while we were gone.
Yes, we did.
And we are now at 1993. So
we are very close.
Yep, almost 2K.
We gained a lot while we were at Galleria.
Yeah,
so.
even though we didn't make a video,
Yeah.
some of you caught up with us. And maybe some of you're saying that they were people from Galleria.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We had fun meeting, we met Marcy, who lives in Kansas, and she was sitting in with Pam and Steph, and she came in and visited with us.
Oh.
And I said, "Oh, I know who you are. You're the one who does the cool finishes." And she's like, "Oh, I don't think I do cool finishing." And I whipped out my phone, and I flipping through my pictures, and I said, "Isn't this you?" And she said, "Well, I did that." And I flipped to the next one. I said, "Isn't this you?" And she said, "I guess I do some cool finishes." And I love her finishes.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, she adds just little bits and bobs that makes it really personal, but so pretty.
Yeah, and she said, "Oh, it's just scrapbooking stuff." Yeah. I know, but I have to have the ideas. They're so cute. And I said, "So don't be surprised if something like that pops up." But that was fun. So we really are up to our stuff that we got.
Okay, cool.
So the first thing I have on top is, now this is, okay, we already told you that. The video stopped.
What were you doing?
So she already knows, okay? I made this for my sister.
Yay!
This is the one she said she wanted, and she needed it. Do you
Look
still
at
have
that
it?
inside. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah.
So Nancy needed that and sent me an order right away because...
I got a new iPad.
Woohoo!
I got the rose gold. Now I got a gold cover, so it makes it really darker, but it's so pretty. And see if it's right down in here.
And it's all snug and safe. Okay,
Snug
so
as a bug in a rug.
it came down a
I knew
little.
that would fall.
So our friend Keisha the other night she said she took hers on vacation and she has a standard size. And she said, you know, if you put a book in there, it makes the best travel pillow ever because they're padded.
But look, she did special stitching for me. Look at that up there at the top.
It's all silver.
Love you more. So pretty. Thank you, thank you,
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
So, yep. I've been sewing like a fiend. I'm going to start off telling you that playing in that freebie room was a great thing. And I got this many things that are actual freebies. And there are even some little ones at the front. And I got some really cute things. And things I hadn't seen before. Some that maybe I have and I just don't remember if I do. But I liked them so much that I thought, I'm going to get them. And if I already have it, then I'll pass it.
Right.
So, but I also got, and you have one, right? Where did you get that one? Did I get that one for you?
Laura shopped for me. So this,
Oh, you'll need that.
Yes, I will.
That's too special.
That is. I had one that was actually
one, right?
paper.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the rosewood.
One of the little freebies. I saw that one and didn't think she had this one.
And I don't. It's You Are My Sunshine.
Which is kind of Nancy's song.
Yeah.
So, one of them.
That's what my sonny is. That's why I named him that.
And then I shopped for her and we got all sorts of fun stuff. I got this Bird Songs pillow by Kathy Schmitz. And I have seen this pattern before and just had not gotten it. And so I got it out of the freebie room. Is that wonderful?
Beautiful.
Love that thing.
Beautiful.
And I got...
And that's, we mentioned the first time, that one has the negative space stitching.
Yeah. Yeah, so you don't stitch... There's only one color in this. And you just don't stitch all of the rest of it.
When I first glanced at it, I thought all of the lighter color print was actual stitching, but it is not.
Yeah, no, it's just left open. So, and it tells you to find the letter to include. That will be interesting. Okay, so that it's the letter right here. They have an S. See it?
Oh, they're at 2011.
So it'll be really fun because I will have to see that and not stitch.
Yeah.
In that space.
Maybe highlight it.
I'll just have to go around it and then fill in. But you want to show some of yours?
Okay.
We'll go back and forth.
Okay. Laura got me, she knows I love these. And this is Elizabeth's Needlework Designs. And this one is Crab Apple Hill Cottage.
Nancy kind of likes the cottages.
Yes. And the sheep. And then the sunflowers. And then the birdhouses.
It's just such a pretty one.
I love it. I have several of these, but I got intimidated because the one I was going to start with had a thatched roof. And I'm like, what the heck? How do you stitch that? I didn't understand.
You ask your sister.
So I've got to pull it out when Laura and I are together and do it.
Yeah.
You want me to keep going? Or
you do your other Elizabeth design.
So she got me another one too.
This one's adorable.
Bluebird Cottage.
I may have to do this one. It's
Look at
so
that.
cute.
Isn't that sweet? I love that.
What's really interesting...
Kitty? That's a... No.
No, I don't think so.
That's a button.
What's really interesting is that they didn't fill in the cottage.
Yeah, they don't do that. See, that one's not filled in either.
So you would have to decide what color fabric you wanted to do and make that work, huh?
Mm-hmm. But look at that sun.
Yes.
That is beautiful. Look at that. Can you see them?
It's gorgeous.
The bluebirds and the birdhouse and the plants. I love it. Thank you.
Woohoo. Yeah, Nancy didn't go in and dig. She's not one to really go dig through the freebie stuff, but I know what she likes, and I think she knows that, and so she just lets me go. So I picked up Bent Creek's Easter row. I'm not sure if I have this one or not, but it was so cute, and I thought I needed to get it. And Nancy was saying that she wants the kitty cat row, and I would do almost any of these. I'm not a dog person, so I probably wouldn't do that.
But it's cute.
It's really cute. And look at these other ones. They're so fun.
I love that neighborhood row.
Yes.
That's so cool. And the spring and summer row. Kitty row. The kitty row. I've been looking for that a lot and just cannot find it.
And I'm sure that there are more rows than this.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah.
Then I also found for Nancy.
Well, she knows I like Santas. Uh-oh, I got something else there. She knows I like Santas, so look at that guy. Rooftop St. Nick. Isn't he handsome?
Now, is that all one pattern? Because was there not... Oh, okay. I think I saw this and thought it was another one.
Oh, yeah.
Another Santa, and it's not.
No, it's the same Santa, just his colors were over here.
And I love this. Somebody kept the pages they wanted out of a magazine and then just pulled out the rest of them. So, or maybe this is one that Michelle sent out and they're done with it.
Actually, that's not his colors over here. His colors are right here on the front.
Right.
So, yeah. Aren't those cute? Just so cute.
So, this one is called Grace and Beauty, and it's by Barbara Hills, and it says, Grace and Beauty live within us all. It's just a really pretty sampler. It's going to have some fun stitches in it, and I think I have another one by Barbara Hills in here. Yes, this one. Funny. Ready? The colder the weather, the harder it freezes. The older the boy, the harder he squeezes.
Oh, and look. That's from 1897.
Yeah, see, I didn't even read that.
The parents...
It's inspired by an autograph album found among the belongings of Barbara's grandmother.
Oh.
These poems and sayings harken back to a simpler time of elegance and grace, top hats and lace.
How
that
fun.
Is really cute.
And what does this say? Friend love or something?
Friend Louie.
Oh.
And then it says, your friend...
Margaret
or Marta or something. Really
How fun.
Cute.
But it's in her handwriting. It's really cool.
Yeah, here on the back. So just cute.
You're going to talk about this one?
This one? That one?
Down.
That one.
You've got it down there someplace.
I do.
I'm going to put it down. That's why I was asking.
I'm like, I don't know what I have this time. Okay, I also have from For My Boys, which I really like For My Boys, and I have several, but I didn't have this one. It's called Kindred Spirits. And they're just 3 little ones that they have with different sayings on them. Really
cute.
Sweet.
They're so sweet.
I love hearts. That's one of the motifs that I really enjoy. So then this one, I really should give this one to Nancy, and she may end up with it. Look at her laughing. But it was so funny. And Nancy is the one I'm always having to get up to go, because I'm always up. Except for Galleria, and then I had been up really, really late the night before, and I did have a finish. I know what my finish was. Okay, we'll get to it later.
Okay.
Because I know what it is, and I actually have it with me.
Ooh, good.
So this one is Monday Morning Motto, Designs by Lisa, and it says, I'll rise, but I won't shine. Don't you just love that?
Now, does that sound like me?
That's hysterical. That looks like her hair in the mornings, I'll tell you that. Got to see her all those days. Okay, I got to try this again because it's really...
It's washed her out, so she's got to put the cover...
I wonder if I should turn it the other way.
She's trying to get the cover back in the window to block the sun.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew! I'm blinded now because I was looking out there.
Blinded by the light.
Then I love Raise the Roof. You guys know that's Teresa from Shakespeare's Peddler and Susie Reno. They did a joint company. And this one is called Pretty Weed. And it says, I'm not an ugly flower. I'm a pretty weed. And it just is so cute. Kind of makes me...
I love that.
Yeah. And it actually came with all the little buttons.
Those
look at
are
that.
so cute.
That little snail, he's upside down for you, but look how cute he is.
And a butterfly and a little worm.
So it makes me think of when I overheard somebody say to Mom that I was a mistake.
Oh.
And I went home crying and, Mom, I heard her say I was a mistake. And Mom said, oh, honey, you were never a mistake, always just a lovely surprise. So, and our mother was a gruff old gal.
Yeah.
She was not sentimental at all. So that was a really cute thing. Oh, look, I got my sister. So it was a really cute little thing that she said. So, and I have a couple more. I obviously grab more for myself than for Nancy. Nancy doesn't stash as much as I do. She just stitches from my stash. So I got this from the Trilogy, who, you know, this is a great picture. This is of all 3 sets of designers. Look at that. And I'm sure this pattern is older. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But this one is called Grateful. It's from 2000. It's called Grateful Hearts from the Trilogy. And I picked this up and I'm like, oh, I love hearts. So cool. Then I realized this one is all over one. That whole solid little thing.
That's cute, though. That looks like something that you like, that you do.
And I'll do it. I'll just take my time. This one, oh my gosh. Nancy and I discovered some things on air about this, so obviously I didn't get it quite in the right spot. This is from Amy Brecken Designs, and it's... Did I make you too dark? I'll tap in between us. How about that? That's a little better, right? Okay. It's called Frost Soon. And most of my patterns came from Keepsakes.
Oh.
So somebody who shops up there brought these things. But Frost Soon. And look at this.
That is so cute.
And it uses memory thread and some wool. So I am going to have some wool felt. I'm going to have felted wool. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to have to look and get some things. I've been wanting to play with memory thread. That'll be a great excuse to do it.
That really makes it three-dimensional and really cool looking.
Mm-hmm. So that's about all of it. And then I took something to Nancy that I had twice.
We never do that, do we? Never buy the same thing twice. I don't know how many times we've done that. But this one is Rosewood Manor, and it's Ravenswood sampler. And we went to grade school at Ravenwood, so that, you know, it's kind of fun that way.
And for me, it makes me think of the book where it's Ravenswood Manor.
Look at that.
I won't think of the name of the book. Doggone it.
That is so beautiful. Look at that. All those little motifs, the bees, the birds, the flowers. That is gorgeous.
And I like that it's a horizontal sampler, too.
Yeah.
It's different. And
yes.
I mean, it'll make it interesting to hang on your wall.
I know I have the spot for it.
So we'll just have to get it
It
stitched.
has acorns in
after there. After we get our stitch along.
Yeah.
Oh, people, if you're out there
that.
stitching, thank you for plugging along. We are going to be back to it. I got my basting stitches in, so it should not be a problem.
Yeah, I need to do that too and get that done.
So then we went shopping. Yay! And we stopped at Romy's Creations.
Yes.
And
she was so clever.
Yes.
Such a sweet lady.
And her space was amazing. And Romy's hair was every color that her floss is.
I want to show you the bag she gave us. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I love that.
And her hair was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Because it was all those bright colors. So I think we both got this. It's called Black Tulip.
Yes, we did.
We just decided we needed it for something. And, you know,
you always need black, charcoal, gray, something.
Yeah, and that one is so cool.
Yeah.
Then I got this one with all the colors is called Planet Earth. The blue one is Forget Me Not. And the purple one is Winter Violet. And I think they're going to look really, really nice together. I love that. Did you hear my stomach growl?
Is that your stomach?
Yeah. Do you want to use my...
Yes, please. And then I also got Planet Earth. And then the color that I got to go with it is Punti Antici Green. I think I said that right. Antici? I don't know. But see, I took more of the teal color. So more of those are coming out in this than the blues and the purples that Laura got. Which I think is really pretty.
Yeah.
See, and that's a way you can change your floss.
Yep. And then she also gave us this cute mushroom if you bought something from her. The one that you asked me about, I think I must have tucked it in with my other stuff.
Oh, here.
So while we were at our table...
Except I don't know her name
so
now.
while we were at our table... Hold, please. See, I borrowed that from somebody.
Momento.
Dawn Fisher of Morning
Fisher.
Glory Needleworks, I don't know why I couldn't get that out, came and talked with us, and she shared with us one of her designs. It's a freebie. It's really cool. It's this pumpkin, and she's used chain stitch to do the outline in the middle. And I really loved it.
Yeah, the seams of the
And she
pumpkin.
gives you a good close-up of how to do the chain stitch. And I just think it's going to be really, really fun.
I can't wait to do it. I showed that to Jamie, and she wants to do that one too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just part of it. She's doing she's leaving space.
Yes.
So it should be really interesting to see how it turns out. I like it.
It's really, really pretty. So anyway, and she says if you don't want to do the chain stitch, you can back stitch.
Mm-hmm.
So then we also went to Nikki's Creations. I have to get my little button out.
Yeah.
So you want to show yours?
She's such a lovely lady.
Yes.
I love my sheep. Aren't they cute? And the little shepherd is there with the birds and the branch. I love it. I love it.
And I got Alphabet Garden. And let me tell you, I love it, but I got it because it has a bunny button.
Yeah. And I love that pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so gorgeous. I'd seen it before and pinned it so that I would have it.
And I think, will you pick yours back up for a second? I think that this one is kind of similar to my Magic Garden sampler from Teresa from Shakespeare's Peddler. So I will probably have them maybe displayed kind of together. I was thinking maybe yours, no, your fabric isn't as dark. So we talked to Nikki about her checks because she has two shades of checks.
Mm-hmm.
And one is, well, maybe it is kind of this. One is a little lighter and one is a little darker. Now, these are not checked.
No.
But do you see how our fabrics are kind of...
She does a lot of hand-dyed fabrics.
Yes. And one of them is kind of the color of her header.
Yeah.
It's that warmer brown. And the other one is just a little lighter. Maybe more like about the color of my fabric. And then it has a little bit... Those darker spots are absolutely...
Look, I didn't notice there were two different colors of sheep.
Yes. They're so cute.
Oh, they are cute.
So
We
had so much fun. I think I showed this the first time and didn't this time. They gave us a nice booklet. And what you were doing with this is when you went in, you could mark down things that needed to go on your wish list. Look, Erica Michaels. All of those. And the ones with stars are the ones I really want to get. And she spent quite a bit of time with us telling us about... No, already. Telling us about stitching on gauze.
Yes.
And
she had a lot of good tips.
And she made it seem so easy. So...
And she also said that she had on her site some really good instructions.
So one of the cool places that we went into was Cross Stitch Antiques. And Nancy and I have both been in love with this chart.
Yes.
It's pinned on both of our boards.
Antique Sampler Fragment 1834. It's from the Headmistress Sampler Series. Isn't that beautiful?
And we got to see this sampler.
Beautiful. Yes. The original.
She doesn't have her model finished.
No.
And her model cuts off straight.
Yeah.
So, unless you
see there.
did something to the end of your fabric, yours will not look like the picture on the front.
Right. No, not in any way, shape, or form. But here's her business card, so you can go out there and check it out.
One of the other lovely, lovely places we went in was Barbary Row. And she was from New Zealand. And her name is Sherilyn. There you go. And she was so cute. Of course, I wanted the one that was purple. And she said, oh, I can't let you buy that because this one right next to it, which is called Dusky Petals, is the same thing except in pink, and it has the patterns for the other 3 little bits.
Yeah.
So she wrote me a sweet little note on the corner, and then she wrote down what colors she used for the purple version. And I thought that was really sweet. We loved talking with her.
Now, and I bought from her a series that she's just now working on, and it's an alphabet series. The reason I bought it, I haven't even seen my initial yet, but she had some samples where she did them duplicate, and they were opposites. Mm-hmm. So if this one was dark, this one was light, and I just fell in love with it. So I ordered the N, and I said, what's going to be on it? She goes, I don't know. What do you want? And I'm like, I don't know. You're the designer. Design me something.
Maybe it should be Nancy's Nettles. In Nettles. Okay. So next up, you want to go?
JBW?
Yes. Judy Whitman. Loved meeting her.
Beautiful woman.
And I still owe Judy some pictures. You already sent her some, right?
Yeah. So this is what I got. Floral alphabet. Take a gander. Isn't that beautiful?
Love that.
She told me the story on this. She had seen this stitched up by somebody. And they did all of the letters in an antique cream. And then all of the floral bits they did in a pale, pale green.
That sounds stunning.
She said it made it look like an antiqued piece. So I think I'm probably going to steal that idea and do that with mine because I just love that idea.
We love sharing each other's ideas, don't we, as Stitchers? So I'm going to hurry this along just because we're at an hour. We went in the shop with Silver Creek Samplers and Summer House Stitchworks, Diane and Beth. And we actually got to meet both of them because some of our friends just didn't have any idea who they were and invited them to stitch with them. And the ladies moved over and stitched with them. And it was so nice. Great. So I got this. This was a special edition kit. So I got linen and these beautiful colors.
Isn't that
with
pretty?
It. And I love this hem, and I know the story behind it, so it has even more meaning for me. So it's very special. And Diane told me about things going on in her life when she designed this, and it was really sweet. And
it was very touching.
Yeah. So you want to talk about that? Because that's where we went next.
Here's the next business card I have. Isn't she cute?
We love Teresa.
This is Teresa. That's her business card.
Teresa's shop was crazy.
Oh, it was jam-packed.
And I wanted so badly to buy a piece of her fabric, but Teresa's shop was like this. And you seriously could not move. And I think that I just got a little flustered in there.
Yeah.
And I got a little fangirl flustered, too.
I think I did, too, because I wanted to talk to her, but she's a star.
And it was so busy in there too that I didn't want to steal time because she had a lot of people wanting to get things and get going. And I mean, like, I'm so goofy that I didn't even buy a Shakespeare's Peddler pattern. I ended up buying Barbara Anna designs, but it's one that Teresa showed how to finish. And I bought Funky Bird.
I think she actually stitched that on one of her videos, too.
I just said that. She used it for finishing.
Oh, I didn't take that. I thought, never mind.
She sewed finishing. Yeah.
I got one of her strawberries. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's so cute.
I love that.
And it's checked.
Yes. Yes, it's so cute. And then I got antique scissors and spools. Mm-hmm. Isn't that pretty?
And I think there's another companion piece that goes with it, and I want to say it's like locks and keys.
It could be, yeah. I don't remember
I know she has a locks and keys, and it's similar style.
Mm-hmm. But look at that lace on there. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to have to try that. Find that.
Yep. So, Teresa, are you selling that lace in your shop? We need to know.
There's the fabric and the floss with that, too. And a needle.
Yeah.
Very good.
So, I showed you that I had been in Silver Creek Samplers. She shared the shop with Summer House Stitchworks, Beth. And there were so many gorgeous things. What did I tell you that one is called? Fragments?
Fragments in Time.
That's what I was thinking, right? 421. Yes. And I really want 2016. I want all of them. But I want to start with 2016 because it had cool borders around each one. But I kept coming back to this and coming back to this. My stomach growled again. And coming back to this. It's called Winter Cometh. Look at this.
Isn't that cool?
And then Beth said, oh, and you could choose any 3 colors that you wanted. Wouldn't it be beautiful if you took the navy and substituted red? Well, yes, it would. And these are DMCs. And I think what would happen if you used an overdye maybe somebody said, use a variegated overdye for one color. And then the other 2 colors make them complementary.
Oh, wow. That would be gorgeous.
So wouldn't that be pretty?
Fun.
Yes. Having fits.
Okay, then we were in La Di Da. And Laura was being very good and talking to everyone, to Lori and the other lady in the shop. And I was just immersed in the designs. I couldn't pull my head out. And I kept going, Laura, isn't this cute? Laura, don't you like this? Laura, look at this. And I kept putting it back in, and I keep pulling it out. Finally, one of the ladies walked over and said, you just go ahead and take that. That's our gift to you. So I just loved it. It's called Your Gentleness, and it says, let your gentleness be known.
It's so pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
What I was talking with Lori about were all of the cool songs that she has. And I think I told you guys the story about Miracy Oats. And that's the Pawpaw song. And so I told her that story. And she said that she loves that's those songs affect people like that. And Nancy and I, at least one of us has In the Sweet By and By. And that's a song Mom and Dad sang all the time.
Yes.
So.
And then I've had Needlebox Envy of Laura for several years now. She came home from a retreat.
From the Spirit of Cross Stitch, which it's what Galleria kind of evolved from.
Okay. And I've wanted to do her box ever since. And we couldn't find the pattern. We couldn't find the box. We could, And
I think I gave my pattern away, and because everybody loves the box.
Well, it was probably in a time too when I wasn't stitching.
Right.
So anyway, we went into the Heart's Content, Maureen Appleton, and I was sharing my tale, and she said, "Well, I have that pattern." It's number, what is this?
It was supposed to be 67.
60, yeah, whatever. And she's like, they're in order
it's
over
right,
here.
It's got to be right there.
So we went over, we looked, we took things out, we couldn't find it, And she's like, well, let me come look.
And she's just had surgery on her foot. And we're like, no! Yeah. But we found it right away. Wildflower Needle Nest.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And the cool thing was in our class, so I've talked to you about Over One Tips. This is the class I took. I need to bring that box. She told us, choose your favorite color from this and use it to stitch the border around the outside. Because it's just a real simple little border.
Yeah, it's really pretty. But I got the floss, I got the fabric, I got the kit. And Laura had already given me a box. I just couldn't find a design to go on it.
The box is no longer available. That's the sad thing.
This box,
but,
right.
They had some frames they thought it would fit in and a different kind of a box that they thought it would be really pretty on.
I just didn't like that as well.
Yeah, it was a deeper box. So not a scissors case.
Right.
We also went into Silk Weaver and we got to talk with them, and that's when they explained about the numbers. So I bought this piece of Wexford linen that's 32 count, and it's called Iris Garden. So that label, those 3 different numbers tell you different things. And of course, Nancy and I are like, okay. And we don't remember what all 3 were. We know the one in the middle is the color.
Yeah.
Look at this Iris Garden.
Isn't that beautiful? I think one tells what kind of fabric it is, one tells the color, but the third one, I'm clueless.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is.
And we will learn. So, but they were
We'll
so
figure it
lovely to talk with. And they did tell us that you need to order and be prepared to wait 2 to 3 months because they have such high demand and they have to keep their shop stocked that it takes that long for them to get your order out. And
which is
you
nice
just,
to know
yes.
because you wonder, what's taking so
After
long?
that long, you do.
Yeah.
And it is nice to hear that and to be able to say that. And they were so lovely. We've already talked about them, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then we went into
Hand-dyed by Stephanie.
Hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie. Yeah.
Whew.
So that was a cool shop.
And the
cool
funnest
shop.
thing is that people said, oh, it was real picked over by the time.
Really?
And Nancy and I are like, we went after that. And if there had been more fabric, we would have been in a world of hurt.
Yes. So I got this lovely piece.
What's this one called?
Caradwin.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to show you the tags so that you can see these.
Isn't that beautiful?
I love that.
So here's my tag.
Real dusky looking.
And see, it's CERIDWEN.
Mm-hmm.
Caradwin.
So then I have one in the same colors. Purple and green.
I didn't realize. I'm going to keep mine out then while you show.
So mine is called Loki.
Loki.
Purple and green. Ready?
Purple and green. I love this section right here.
I just am in love with this fabric. It's going to
really
be
cool.
So fun. And absolutely purple and green. Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just very different versions of them.
Yep.
And it shows
Very
you
different
how
feels.
dyeing changes.
Yes.
A
lot.
Whew.
And then the other piece I got was Twixt and Tween.
I'm trying to hurry. Sorry.
I know, that's okay. Isn't that pretty? This one reminded me of the piece that I get from Silk Weavers, my Marshmallow Fudge.
Isn't that cool?
I love that.
All those fun spots and things.
Love that.
Then we have a couple more Galleria stories.
Yes.
So I got up and was wandering around the stitching room and checking out different things.
Which she does.
You need a stretch every once in a while. And there were like 2 ladies left at a table where they had pushed 2 tables together and there should have been about a dozen. And one of them had this little pattern and I said, oh, can I just... She had her stitched piece and I said, can I just lift this up? The lady wasn't there. Can I lift up and see if the pattern is there? I want to know what it is. It's so cute. And she said, oh, yeah, she won't care. And I lifted up and, of course, the pattern wasn't right there. And I said, I'm not going to dig. I'll wait till she's back. I was over visiting with some other ladies and I turned and there's this lady there and she said, oh, I heard that you liked my piece and I'm nearly done and I have a working copy. So this was a little freebie and I'm going to give it to you. It's Rain Showers from Little House.
Isn't that cute?
So it uses 2 classic Colorworks colors, Stormy Night and Thundercloud.
I love that.
And this is just a computer generated picture.
Her piece was so much prettier.
Yes, it was
so
really
beautiful.
gorgeous. So if you get a chance to get this, then get it.
Grab it.
Because, wow, it was pretty.
And then we have a funny story, which this one is with our friend Cindy Major Rush.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. You know what we're going to say. She came back in after breakfast, lunch, or dinner one day and said, oh, I saw the cutest bags over across the street at Cracker Barrel. And we're like, you did? And she's like, yeah. She told us all about them. And I'm like, well, Cindy, you didn't get us any? She goes, well, you can walk right across the parking lot and get it. It's like, okay, I'm just teasing anyway.
Yeah.
So the next day we were sitting there, and here she comes back in. She says, I got you something.
She got this for both of us.
Let's flamingo.
Is that funny? And look in here. Look at the flamingos.
Cute?
So we each got one, and she spent a whole 60 cents on each of us.
Aren't those cute?
So if you have a Cracker Barrel close by, you just go buy your own Let's Flamingo for 60 cents.
Let's Flamingo.
And they're nice big bags.
Yeah,
so.
they're stitched really well. The handles are stitched really well. So it should hold up really nice.
And then Nancy has stash. I bought stash at Cece and Company before we left after our last video, but mine was all for Debbie Williams, who was my exchange partner.
So the reason we went out there was because I am collecting the Songbird Gardens series, and I had to go in and pick up number 2, which is Merry and Bright. Isn't that beautiful? I love that little chickadee and those red berries. I'm really loving it. I've already ordered the 3rd one, and I saw just this week the 4th one is out. So I'm sure I'll be getting those too. But that was that. And then while we're checking out, Laura's like, Nancy, did you see this?
She said, I'll just give it here.
JBW, the French flower cart. Isn't that cute? It's another small Debbie Williams. Isn't that cute? I just love it. So I'll be doing that. And then while we're standing there talking to her, I went, oh, do you have any lamb's wool? Because that's my absolute favorite. It's just a neutral color. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, see, I got a big chunk that was left. So see how sheer it is?
And it's stiff.
It is very stiff. But I like it. I like working with it. I like the way it makes things look.
She just can't figure out how to fold it.
Yeah, I got it this time. Look at that.
But that's the end of all of our stash stuff. Woohoo! So we had a great time at Galleria.
And we've still got a lot on the page.
Yeah. You know what? I'm really kind of thinking maybe we're just going to stop this one and start again and finish. And make 2 videos because I'm nervous that it's going to cut off and do that to us again.
Okay, so we'll be right back.
We'll see you in just a minute.
2 shakes of a lamb's tail.